to Storyboard. I'm Shubhani Gharat. In a special chat, I'm catching up with Manish Dubey, Chief Marketing Officer, Pidilite Industries. He's speaking to us about a new launch by Pidilite's brand Fevikwik, innovations by the company, and how are consumers fixing things today. He's also speaking about how, as a marketer, what was it like for him to join Pidilite last year that has a long history and legacy of creating the most iconic campaigns in the history of Indian advertising? So, Manish, we are meeting on the sidelines of a new launch by Fevikwik, which is the Fevikwik gel. Tell us more about this new launch, and also alongside, you have launched a very interesting campaign, Galti Sudharne Ka Mauka De. Tell us more about it as well.
We were listening to our customers, and one of the things that emergency repair usage brings to table is that you are in a hurry and you want to do something very fast and move on.
Yeah. And you do end up doing something wrong with it. I have experienced that so many times.
Yes.
And so that is the insight on which your product is based.
That's true. The adhesive is so instant that on the first go it sticks. And there is a, what I call an oh no moment. Oh, and sometimes you have made a mistake. You just did a slightly, away from the main center, or you have put it upside down or something like that. So we were hearing from consumers that, look, we want some bit of a, we have made a mistake. Now we want to correct it. And that's the right way. Yeah. And where it was all going was, in some way we felt that it may impact the confidence around repair. Because when you are going in, you don't want to, go another wrong there. So we wanted to enable the customers by making sure that they get their chance to correct it. Yeah. So fundamentally what this new variant does is it allows you to reset the thing for 30 seconds. So if you're putting a digit or if you're putting a bag, if it's slightly misaligned, anything that you're doing, it allows you to reset it till 30 seconds. Yeah. And accordingly, so the campaign that we will be talking about, then we took the tagline, Galti Sudharne Ka Mauka De.
There's one stark change that I have seen over the past many years. Like if you look at my grandparents' times or my parents' times, there was this need to, like, if something breaks, we should fix it and carry it forward. It should last a bit longer than, it can survive one break and we can fix it and it can go on. But my generation, or, generation which is younger than me, we have this use and throw culture. Like, we buy things, we use them, after a few months or like 1 year or 2 years down the line, we throw it away. So in this, in this market, how do you build that, case for repairs, case for fixing things?
Yeah. India being such a large market, there are different kinds of forces at all points in time. One, the basic fundamental emergency repair, that is the biggest and continues to be biggest. Even if we can throw after 1 year or 2 years, but nobody knows when our bags will give way, the sunglass will sit on a sunglass, or the mobile cover gets broken, and you want the answer right now. So that market is intact, right? Because that's an unseen sudden emergency that happens. The second market, which is about preserving the value of things that you are talking about, there some bit of a use and throw has come, but at the same time, a lot more new use cases have also come in. For example, in those times, there was no mobile cover, right? There was one chashma which my father used to wear and he always used to treasure it, and it never hardly broke. But for us, we often keep throwing glasses here, there. So breakages also have increased. So while there is use and throw, but the fundamental instances of breakages have increased. And we have our customers defined into 2-3 buckets, but the largest bucket continues to be emergency repair, right? And there are some people who want to have something treasured, which they still want to repair. In fact, one of the products that we have come up with now is Fevikwik Craft, where you can actually use to create. So that's also, we are innovating on those lines as well. So use and throw, yes, there is a larger culture around it, but still the market is much bigger than that.
So you have had many launches over the past couple of months. Of course, there's Precision Pro, you mentioned Craft, the new gel, and then there is Advanced. Tell us, how have they fared over the past couple of months, and what more do we see from Fevikwik going forward?
Fabulous. I think they have fared very well, but let me tell you how each one is different, right? And everything is based on customer insight. So imagine a situation where the place where you want to do it is a bit narrow, right? And you want a very narrow reach and precise reach. So there we have done a packaging innovation where there is a nozzle kind of a thing which reaches narrow parts, and that's one Fevikwik which is there. Then we had situations where whatever you are repairing is going to get a lot of water, right? And you want something which is long lasting but is lasting in water as well. And it can also, it's stronger so that it can withstand vibration, so you can go in a train or wherever you are traveling, it can withstand all of that. That is Fevikwik Advanced. So the first one was Precision Pro, second one is Advanced. We spoke about gel, which gives you that kind of setting for the time. We also have Fevikwik Craft. The craft is for kids projects and children who are today using some kind of a glue. This gives them much more friendly to the kids and allows them to create. So we are launching a series of innovations, and all of these are product innovations, and as you have seen, these are also packaging innovations. They are coming in modern, easy to use packaging, and modern, easy to use to be placed in the retail shelves also. So it is tying up with our retail strategy as well for distribution. And first few months have been really good. There's a lot of thumbs up from the customers, a lot of repeat purchases, and this portfolio is growing very well.
You took charge as the CMO of Pidilite mid-year last year.
That's right.
And this is a company and its brands that have come up with the most iconic legacy ad campaigns over the past many decades. What was it like to join in as a CMO? What are some of the things that you've learned over the past couple of months being here? And what are some of the things that you had to unlearn while joining Pidilite as a CMO?
It has been a fabulous journey, and sometimes from outside you don't realize, but Pidilite has a width of brands that's really enviable. I don't know how many companies in this country will have that kind of a width, and each being a star in its own right. We have Fevicol, we have Fevikwik,
B2B, B2C, both.
B2B, Dr. Fix-It,
Yeah.
a lot of Fevicryl, Fevicreate, huge range, right from the house to construction to children. So a lot of learning around the very range of the products that happened, and the way the brands are simplified for the consumer is an amazing creative masterpiece. So that's something which was again a pleasant experience it has been so far. What I had to unlearn, I had to let go of a lot of complexity. And where I'm coming from, again a great industry, but there the larger thing was on building trust, on educating the customer about a lot of things. So here it was not so much about educating, but keeping an arm around and helping them go around the journey. So the change of tonality that happened, and I had to let go of some of the serious stuff and be more fun with the brand. So,
Yeah,
but that has been
that's a great insight. Keeping an arm around the customer and helping the customer out. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
It is time for a short break. On the other side, we have Sujata V. Kumar, Head of Marketing, Visa India and South Asia, spilling beans on Visa's plans around Olympics and much more. Welcome back. Visa, the global leader in digital payments, has signed up Olympic gold medalist and world #1 in men's javelin throw, Neeraj Chopra, as Team Visa athlete ahead of the Olympic Games in Paris 2024. Chopra's collaboration with Visa makes him the second athlete from India, along with badminton superstar PV Sindhu, joining Team Visa along with other global athletes, and that reinforces Visa's salience in and commitment towards the sport. We're catching up with Visa's Sujata V. Kumar and speaking with her about this, their plans around the Olympics in India and much more. Let's speak about your association and roping in Neeraj Chopra this time around. You already have PV Sindhu. Olympics are just a few months away. Tell us about getting Neeraj Chopra on board.
Sure, thanks, Shibani. So Visa globally has been associated with the Olympics since 1986 and has been activating it ever since. The Olympics globally sees a huge viewership. In India, we've seen the interest in Olympics grow in the past few years, with larger contingents going in and, of course, more medals coming into India. Our association in India started in 2019 when we signed on PV Sindhu as our Team Visa athlete. Sindhu needs no introduction. She's a two-time Olympic medalist. We all have heard stories about her inspirational growth, how she used to get up as a young child, drive 3.5 hours at 3 a.m. every morning to train, and we know where she's reached today. This year, we have Olympics again in Paris in July and August, and we're very happy to announce that we're adding to our Team Visa family in India. We've signed on Olympic gold medalist Neeraj Chopra as the new Team Visa athlete for India.
What will we see with Neeraj and Sindhu in the months to come?
We have a lot of excitement planned. The good thing about the Olympics this year is it's very different from the last time. If you remember T2020, Tokyo 2020, which actually finally happened in 2021 due to the pandemic, it was an Olympics where there was no spectators. So it was a very different, very quiet Olympics. This time round, on the other hand, it's happening in the busy, bustling city of Paris. And there's going to be a huge audience cheering on fans. So what we are planning to do is actually start activating it very soon. In the last round, because we could not have any spectators, what we wanted to do is let PV Sindhu know that there were Indians cheering for her, and we wanted the Indian fans to have a feel that they were partaking in the Olympics. So we launched a campaign called A Million Cheers, where we asked people to send cheers for her before she left. We started this 10 days before the Olympics, and the hope was to reach 1 million. You won't believe it, Shibani, but we reached more than 8 million in 10 days, which shows the goodwill that the Olympic sports stars have with the Indians. This year, we're looking at going a step further. We will be doing a campaign and activation around both the athletes, the small steps they have taken to reach their levels which they are today. We also look at the possibility of sending some consumers to go and watch the games live at Paris. And for those who can't go, we are looking at organizing what we call viewing parties, which is across cities, we take up a venue and we show the live event of key events, definitely of Sindhu and Neeraj and maybe some other key events of India, so people can cheer for them from here in India itself.
Okay, so also over the past couple of years, this whole digital payments market has become so competitive. What are some of the initiatives taken by Visa, and if you can share from a marketing perspective to retain some of your customers, because now you can pay through various means, like I have a ring through which I can pay, for example. So what are some of the initiatives taken by you to retain your current customer base?
So it's a great question. So we are both a B2B company and a B2C. So we work, like I said, with our clients to ensure that consumers get the best offers on cards. They're aware of what all they can do with their card at merchants, that they can pay very safely and securely with Visa. With consumers, what we've seen is with the advent of social and digital media, you can actually communicate with your consumers almost one-on-one. And what we're able to do is we're able to therefore personalize the message. So I'll give you an example. Shibani, if you're traveling to London next week and I am traveling to Dubai, say in 3 months, our needs are very different. You probably would already have your air ticket, hotel booked, and what you're looking at is what's the things to see, where to eat, what to shop. I will serve you a very different set of creatives and information to answer that, while someone like me who is still going in 3 months, I will need information more on how to go, where to stay. And we're able to use social and digital through programmatics to actually serve the right messages to the right people. And that has seen a lot of adoption amongst consumers in taking these payments further.
Great. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing your insights with us. It is time for a short break. On the other side, we have Dilip RS, Director and Country Manager, Alexa, and Parag Gupta, Director and Country Manager, Amazon Devices India, sharing key insights about Amazon devices and the journey of Alexa in India. Welcome back. In our special chat, we are catching up with Dilip RS, Director and Country Manager, Alexa, and Parag Gupta, Director and Country Manager, Amazon Devices India. Amazon India was recently celebrating 6 years since the launch of Alexa and Eco-Smart speakers in India. We caught up with the duo and found out about their interactive voice assistant Alexa's journey in the country, how customers interact with Amazon devices in the country, how does Alexa understand India's various dialects and accents, and plans for the devices moving forward. So 6 years of Alexa.
Absolutely.
Tell us about Alexa's journey in India and some of the interesting trends that you have witnessed in this journey. Let's begin with you, Dilip.
It's been super exciting. When we launched Alexa in India, we wanted to make sure that we launch service which is as Indian as possible. From the way it understands Indians, like the speech recognition part of it, the natural language understanding part of it, where it gets what Indians are truly meaning to say. And finally, the way it talks back to Indians as well, what we call text to speech. We've been progressing on that year on year and improving, and Alexa is as Indian as it could be in the last 6 years. Not just that, it is not just even in terms of the reception we have seen from customers. We are super happy that Alexa is not just a metro phenomenon that cities like Bombay and Bangalore and Delhi are buying, but customers from all parts of India actually are responding to Alexa and Alexa devices. In fact, just last year, we have shipped Alexa devices to 99% of the PIN codes in the country, and that's a very proud achievement for us.
So 99% of the PIN codes in the country, you're saying, but India is one such country. It's not just about languages, 18 official languages that we have, but even the dialects, they change. Like, I don't understand Marathi that is spoken 200 kilometers from, let's say, Bombay. How does Alexa understand it?
So our data engineers and scientists make sure they do a lot of research and build models. In fact, we were one of the early pioneers of generative AI, and we were building something called Alexa teacher model for Alexa to understand different kinds of accents, dialects, and be able to understand what Indians across the country is saying. Like I said, you might call it Amazon, you might call it Amazon. Both mean the same thing, but Alexa will surely understand that.
And what were the challenges in doing so, making making this possible?
Yeah, I think the first level is, like I said, the language understanding. But more importantly, we also have to provide Alexa the knowledge of being Indian, right? If you pick sports and if you ask, hey, what's the score? Obviously, in India, you would expecting a cricket match score, right? You're not expecting a baseball or a soccer game, right? So giving Alexa that local knowledge that cricket is the most loved sport, IPL is maybe the largest tournament, teaching Alexa who is Amitabh Bachchan, who is like Lata Mangeshkar, right? Giving Alexa that local knowledge and also giving it a local personality. For instance, if you ask Alexa who's your favorite actor, it'll have a very different response than if you ask Alexa in America who's your favorite actor, right? And that is what makes Alexa a much loved service, and that's why we have so many proposals we receive from customers saying, I love you and I want to marry you, to Alexa in India.
So we'll speak about Alexa getting smarter over the years, but over to you, Parag. Tell us, how are Alexa and Alexa enabled products changing Indian homes today?
So if you think about it, just in the last 3 years, the number of connected devices to Alexa in India have increased by 200%. We know that customers request 10 to 15 times per second to control their smart home devices, right? So the other big part of it is also the complexity to set it up. So now we have the technology where if you put an Echo Dot or one of the Echo devices, it can detect the smart home devices around it and then really ease up the setup process. So a customer, first it used to be like 5 years ago, would need to be like an IT professional and a real techie guy to go set it up, but now that's not the case. And the other big part of it is affordability, right? So 5 years ago, a smart bulb could cost you about 2,500 rupees. Today, on Amazon, with a bundle with Echo, you could get it for as low as 200 rupees, right? So I think by really solving for those real customer needs of complexity, of affordability, we have really revolutionized the and ability to set up.
So ability to set up and also affordability are two of the things that you have cracked. Apart from that, can you give us also insights on the Amazon devices business in the country? I know that it's not about selling devices per se, hardware per se, but more so the services that it comes with. So tell us more, how are they performing in the India market?
And I will add to your question about partners, right? So there is a very robust ecosystem of devices that work with Alexa. Your previous question on connected homes is not possible if a if the bulbs and the security cameras and locks and ACs and fans don't work with Alexa. So that is the third wheel, so to say. But on the devices, the Alexa devices and all of our Amazon devices are there to turn the flywheel, and we believe the customers will get more out of Amazon for all of its services. So for example, some of our best experience of Prime Video is delivered via Fire TV, right? Or if you want to go and listen to Amazon Music, which is all included in Prime, some of the best experiences, ambient experiences, far field experiences are delivered by Echo devices. And then we talked about smart home. As people think about smart home and buy the peripherals, we hope that they would buy it on Amazon. So there are multiple flywheels that turn once you become a device customer. Your bond with Amazon becomes deeper, and we think that you will find more reasons to interact with more of our services.
Dilip, what are some of the popular searches that you have noticed in the country? How are Indians using Alexa skills in the country?
Yeah, I mean, one thing is very intuitive, that music is a very popular use case. But even in music, it's not just about Bollywood songs, right? Devotional music is a very big use case. People wake up in the morning with their Suprabhatam or their Ganesh Aarti, and that doesn't surprise us, but we are super happy that customers are using Alexa for everyday part of their life as well. Children are very big customers or consumers of Alexa content because they love talking to their device. Parents have told us that, Alexa device actually piques the children's curiosity even more, because if parents can be bored, they might not respond, but Alexa will never fail to respond. So children are a big user base for Alexa devices. Parag already talked about smart homes and how it is revolutionizing the Indian households as well. So that's another big thing. We've also launched local innovations like Pay with Alexa, for instance. We, using the whole digital payment system and infrastructure in India, we worked with Amazon Pay to enable easy bill payments for your mobiles. You can book a gas cylinder by just asking Alexa, hey, book my gas cylinder, and you're done. So in fact, last year, we had 15 million times Alexa was reminding customers to pay various bills. So that's the kind of usage that we have seen.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, X and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We will be back same time next week. See you soon.